Hi, my name is Jen Miller, and I'll be presenting a book and build with The Book of Mistakes by Corinna Luekian. The Book of Mistakes takes the reader on the illustrator's adventure of creating the actual pictures in the book. As one accidental mistake or ink blob after another becomes inspiration to create the fun and quirky characters and creations throughout the story. It starts with just one mistake, the eye that's just a little too big. Then making the other eye even bigger was another mistake. But these mistakes inspired glasses, and they were a good idea. The book continues in this way with mistakes created by the illustrator, which are then turned into amazing illustrations for the story. I love this quote from the book. Do you see how, with each mistake, she is becoming? With each mistake that the illustrator made, it created something new in the character, and she became who she was there at the end. I think this book has a lot of uses in the library and makerspace. You could use it to introduce your makerspace and the sort of problem solving that will be your theme throughout the year while using the makerspace. You could also use this book kind of mid year as inspiration and encouragement to students. Maybe they're really starting to feel frustrated or stuck in the makerspace. And this can just be a reminder that we have growth mindset when using the makerspace. And then another way to use this book would be using flexible thinking and how we can look at these ink blots or these mistakes in different ways, and that each of us might even perceive them differently and new, and that we can learn from that. Definitely a theme in the maker space is making those mistakes and using that as problem solving opportunities. I love this quote: a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new, by Albert Einstein. So, the book and build activity that I'll be doing with this book is inspired by Book Nerd Mommy's activity found on her website, and it's ink blot art. It's really, really quite simple. The materials that you'll need are paper, black paint or ink, black Sharpie or pens, and then colored pencils or any other coloring supplies such as crayons or markers. The steps are simple enough to do over and over again. First, simply just squirt some paint or ink onto your paper. I tried not to do too much, but just stay kind of minimalistic. Step two is to fold your paper in half and smooth it down. You're going to be smearing and spreading out the paint or ink a bit. Step three, open up your paper to see what you have created. This is the most fun part of opening up and seeing that new blob. And step four, use your colored pencils or other supplies to add details to your blot and create something. A few tips along the way that might make this a little easier. Ink definitely dries faster than paint. So if you want to do this activity in one session without having to wait for paint dry, definitely use ink. And those can come in blotters and daubers that even preschoolers can use. Um, I found that some students feel a little stuck when trying to see something in their ink blot. So definitely allow time for sharing and discussion to get those ideas moving and encourage that flexible thinking. Have students give their ink blot art a title that helps others see what they see. And that helps you as well. And in displaying, the student won't need to be there to explain, but others can look at their creation. And then encourage that perfection is in the imperfection and that we are flexible thinkers and mistakes are only leading to new and amazing things. And so, from the book, changing just a bit, do you see how with each mistake you are becoming? And I love how this book really inspires that growth mindset in students and that theme in Makerspace. So what I used for this activity was the Book of Mistakes by Corinna Lukian, Professor Kwan's book, 100 Great Children's Books to Use with Makerspace Activities, as well as the Book Nerd Mommy's website and her ink blot activity. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoy doing this with your students as well.